Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today in today's Mindful Movement. My name is Kit Plummer. I am a personal trainer, physical therapy assistant, massage therapist, handful of other stuff. Today we're going to do some self-massage. So we're going to start out with some of the most useful tricks I've picked up over the years to get rid of some of the headaches. So sinus pressure is one of the biggest issues, especially with the changing seasons, all the pollen floating through the air. We're going to start with some pulling out along the forehead. So 2 fingers right at the hairline and just slowly pull out. You can feel some tension in there. You can feel some little tiny nodules and that build up in there. We're just trying to smooth that out, pulling out from the center. Taking your time, nice and slow. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. All the way down to the eyebrows. Might be able to feel some more in the temples. If you feel more in the temples, take a tight moment to do some gentle circles around the temples. To the eyebrow itself, we're going to pinch the eyebrows. So you're going to get the thumb into the eye socket here, pushing up, and then squeezing the eyebrows down. Nice and slow all the way around. You really feel some of those nodules. And that's where a lot of that pressure and the sinus pain comes from. Same thing on the bottom, taking those index fingers, clear out the tear ducts, and then rotate away from the center, smoothing that out all along. Definitely feel some of those nodules right there along the bottoms. I'm just trying to get those being cleared out. Nice and slow, again, taking your time. And then along the bottom of that zygomatic arch, all making the funny faces as much as you can, just for the enjoyment of it. Smoothing down the sides of the face, getting here right in front of the ear where the jaw connects and hinges. Open and close a couple of times while applying pressure on there will help some of that TMJ pain. And then under the chin and back towards the toe. You feel some more halfway between the point of the chin and your throat. Smoothing that out. Take a couple deep breaths, swallowing a few times till we can get moving again. Eyeballs back on. Now we're going to do a little bit for the neck. So, again, taking the hands, placing right at the base of the skull, applying pressure here, and we're going to do a pin and stretch. So with that pressure, you just slowly look down. We'll bring your hands down a little bit as you look down. Back and forth as your hands work all the way down the neck. We're not trying to squeeze and massage it so much as we're just pinning those muscles as they move underneath your hands. Now, none of these should cause actual pain. You'll feel some pressure, you'll feel that tension, but if it causes pain, back off a little bit and apply what we call the tease it, touch it, nudge it process. Go up to the point of pain and then back off again. So, same thing for the shoulders. I'm going to pin at the midpoint of the upper trapezius and gently drop the ear to the shoulder. 1, 2, 3. We're stuck on that computer all day. Doing that a handful of times can go a long ways for easing the hands, the neck, those headaches, a lot of other points. So, if we come down, this is the SEM here, that big muscle that sticks out. Follow it down to the attachment points here, pinning that, and then looking up and towards the opposite direction. Stretching that out again. 3. And the other side. Starting with the traps, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Handful of times. Being mindful where that shoulder is. We don't want that shoulder coming up. We're trying to get so you can hang on to the bottom of the chair to help keep that shoulder down if you need to. So we can get that full range of motion. Get the SEM to the opposite side. Look up and away. That side definitely needed it on me. Good measure. Doing more or less for any area that you feel that tension. Whatever you feel is right. So you can do the arms again, finding that bicep, and then lengthening that angle. And here at the shoulder joint and stretching back. Using the movement of the body to do the massage for you. Breathe. Try practicing that diaphragmatic breath. We take roughly 8,000 breaths a day. If we're using these smaller accessory muscles the entire time, it can cause a lot of issues. So you can even feel that if you breathe, pin here, breathing into the chest. Let expansion and relax. Versus coming down to the belly, letting the belly fill up instead of the chest. The chest should be able to move without pain, but if we don't learn how to do that belly breaths, had a friend just injure himself the other day just from sneezing, just because those muscles can get worn out. It's the size of your little finger and easy to wear out those muscles. Imagine lifting a third of your body weight. Do that with little fingers once, twice, another 8,000 times a day. Doesn't work very well. So for this section, we'll end up with the hands, coming to the hand, starting with large intestines 4. So thumb, knuckle, straight across, parallel to the index finger, gentle pressure there. You don't need to dig into it with chopsticks or anything like that. Just squeezing gently there. And what that does is dilates the vessels in the body. It's really good for relieving tension in the back of the head and actually does relieve a little bit in the lower back as well. Hold that there for a few breaths. You can even connect the tip of the tongue to the top of the mouth. You can go take the tip of the tongue and put it behind your teeth and run it back on the top of the mouth till that first ridge. That'll connect the governing and conception vessels. That's, getting into that Chinese acupuncture stuff. Creates a complete circuit in the body. Taking those deep diaphragmatic breaths while you do that in both hands. And then we're going to do the same thing with the hands as we were doing earlier. Finding the points in that flex position and then just stretching out the hand. Pin and stretch. You can do that with each finger. Working your way down into the hand. Definitely getting in the web here. We use our thumbs way too much. It's like we live on our phone or something silly like that. Lining up the hands. Take that time to take care of our hands. We're sitting on that computer all day. We're on our phones, texting and typing away. Again, other hand, each finger, working your way through, back to the palm. Stretch. Opening up the chest. Take a deep breath and relax. Now we can use tools. I recommend tennis balls all the time. You can do the same type of motions. If you know the anatomy, you can take that tennis ball, pin the belly of the muscle, and then perform the movement of the muscle. So I use it a lot for sciatic pain. You pin the glute medius or the piriformis, and then you do external rotation of the knee. Clamshells while you're standing against the wall. Tennis ball pinned. Or take two tennis balls, duct tape them together. Super fancy equipment here. But it is the perfect size to go right along the spine. So you can start there at the neck and pin against the wall. Do tiny mini squats. Hit about 5 vertebrae at a time. Then move down a little bit. Work all the way down the spine. It helps. It makes a difference. And have to remember to take care of ourselves. Thank you for joining me in this mindful moment today.